$1,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Biggest question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done before school starts. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries. You can get diesel anywhere, but what about atomic diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Breathe easier inside your home with Bryant. Eliminate allergens and odors and control humidity too. For a breath of fresh air, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday, March 21st and 22nd at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and O.
The Planet Fitness Black Card is packed with perks, not like other gyms.
Hi, can I bring a friend to work out? Oh, okay. Is my membership good at other locations? Okay. Do you have any other amenities?
But at Planet Fitness, the PF Black Card gets you tons of perks. Bring a friend for free anytime. Access to any of our 2,500 plus locations. Relax in the hydro massage and so much more. Join for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 15th. See Home Club for details.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, March 14th versus the Atlanta Vibe at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday. This first hour of The Drive is proudly sponsored by Sand Hills Global. Sand Hills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom. And the sun came out. No, it didn't come out today. What do I say? The sun always comes out the next day. Oh, well.
No, the sun did not come out. AG, we got you in Houston?
Mm-mm.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. We'll get AG in Houston
We'll get him
as well. You were the chosen one. Folks, unless you've been buried under a rock, it is Tuesdays, my good friend, Mr. Raff. It actually is a Thursday. It's a Thursday. My good friend, Mr. Raff. Yeah, no one knows. It is Thursday, as my man, Mr. Raff just mentioned. Nick is not going to say a whole lot. He'll chime in when he can, but his voice, literally, he was out yesterday because his voice has been jacked up from the games and was doctor's order.
Screaming on the golf course.
We got AG.
AG, we got Houston. What's up, AG?
I'm good, AD. How you doing?
What in the world?
Well,
there we go. Now we'll try it.
AG, what's happening, brother?
Nothing much. How you doing, AD? Raph, what's good?
Buddy.
AG, we're going to discuss. This is going to be the majority of the show.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I saw DP's email last night, and yeah, we're going to talk about this until.
Gosh dang it. It is, and it's. You know what? In AG, it's fading again. We don't know why, but we're going to get it fixed. What's up, Rico? We are going. Rico, can you hear it too?
And everything, so I should be good.
Yeah, it's still fading in and out. AG, it's still fading in and out. Houston, we have a problem, but nevertheless, folks, AG is still going to be on. And AG, if we have to just go phone, that way you can roam around the house while you're on the show. I mean, we have no idea what it is. AG, Rico, can you think about it? What's that? His mic? He's thinking it's a microphone, but we'll get it fixed. We will get it fixed.
Yeah.
Folks, if you have been under a rock, which I'm sure you haven't, you all know that Trev Alberts, former Nebraska, which even seems weird for me, Raff, to even say former Nebraska AD. AG, it seems weird to say that, but he is the former AD now at Nebraska. Trev Alberts was named, accepted the job at Texas A&M as their athletic director. In Nebraska, we are going to our 7th athletic director now since Bill Byrne. And this is one Raff, this is one Nick, this is one AG.
Mm-hmm.
We simply cannot make a mistake. However, with that being said, we shall see.
Nope.
Raffy, AG,
I'm with you. You've got a big decision to make, but the problem is you've got other decisions to make, because we need, usually, the president selects the athletic director, or makes sure the president and the chancellor and stuff, and having an interim president, you sit back and you're like, now, if you have your interim president selecting an athletic director that they want, but then all of a sudden another president comes in, it might not be the athletic director they want. I mean, all this, it's got to mesh to be successful. Everybody's got to mesh. And I just continue to say that you've got to find an athletic director. You've got to find a president that meshes well with the university, that meshes with the coaches, that meshes with the students. So it's going to be an interesting, man, I dare say, maybe up to 6 months, maybe, or maybe even longer.
And that's
crazy.
what you should have been doing the last 7 months, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I just think, guys, I will say this, and I'll try to keep it short. I think a big reason why this hurts so much is because Trev was so involved. Mm-hmm. And from a fan's perspective, you saw him so much. Mm-hmm. Like, I will never forget, after Trev got hired, he was at like the first women's basketball game against the Citadel. And I thought to myself, that's been such a rarity over the last 7 years. Like, obviously, yes, Tom Osborne was like that, but to have an athletic director be that available and that open, that's just such a, that's what Nebraska needed. And so I think the reason why maybe this hurts so much, on top of being blindsided, on top of it being a former player with his name on the stadium, it's that you felt like you could truly be heard. If you were at Pinnacle Bank Arena, he was down there every single game, whether it was against Lindenwood or whether it was against number 1 Purdue, whether against women's basketball against the Citadel or number 2 Iowa. Trev was always there, and at every single meet. Yeah. He would be in Lincoln one day, Chicago the next, and Minnesota the next. Yep. Like, he was what an athletic director was supposed to do. And this is not me trying to gush over him, but this is what I'm saying is I think that's why it hurts so much, is because you could go have a conversation. Yeah. You could be an average Joe on the road, go up, shake his hand. Why? Because he was present.
Very accessible.
Which makes him a hot commodity in the business, which also makes him a very hot commodity with coaches, with the coaches he hires. Yep. And so I think that's why I truly believe, and I never thought Trev personally was going to be a lifer at Nebraska. We knew about the ambitions with other jobs, but I also thought, okay, maybe I was just having a conversation with somebody involved in the athletic department last week, having a conversation about Trev. We didn't realize that this would be this big or this quick, but it was like, all right, maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Just get Nebraska up and off the ground running, fundraise, update the stadiums, bowling included, baseball facilities, Memorial Stadium. Why? Because Trev's such a good fundraiser.
Yep.
But you also know what is when you go to these big level donors and they say, okay, who's going to be representing our university? And for 7+ months, when now 7 months and more, you have no headway, no progress, no hints, no ideas on who the next president is going to be. That puts Trev in a tough position. That makes the university look bad. That makes everybody involved look bad.
Yep.
You know, Nick, everything you said, in fact, Tater, good morning, Tater. 100% Nick, no one could say it any better. And I totally agree with you, Tater. Nick, you nailed it, man.
That's just something that I haven't heard. I haven't heard that angle very often of like, you never saw Sean Eichhorst. He would be chilling up in his suite. Yeah. And I just posted a photo on TikTok, Twitter, just 10 minutes ago. And it was the last picture I took of Trev. And I was standing 3 feet away from him. I just shook his hand, just said what's up. And then not even 30 seconds later, he was storming the court against Purdue. He was right in the middle of it.
Where he goes.
And so, like, yes, I understand that this hurts. I think it's also important to know that Texas A&M has some say in how these jobs happen, right? I think Texas A&M has quite a bit of say on, hey, this is when we're going to say it. This is when we're going to announce it. Because to Texas A&M's part, guys, it's important for them to show, hey, yeah, we got somebody in place. They couldn't wait till April to do this.
You know, I got a lot of Texas, AG, I'm sure you did as well, from a lot of former teammates. And my big bro, Kenny Wilhite, love you, bro, appreciate you. Kenny said, bro, it's sad, man. And he goes, and Kenny Wilhite, former Nebraska cornerback here at Nebraska, all Big 8. He goes, agonizing to me considering I turned down jobs to stay at NU because it's a special place with good people. I've always wanted the people to have something they were proud of. Nebraska natives' loyalty and devotion to their sports programs is not ordinary. The loyalty to Nebraska sports programs is not ordinary the way we have it. And that is from my big brother, Kenny Wilhite. Kenny, love you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate your dedication to this university. And we're hurting, man. I mean, there's, and it's gonna, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you folks right now, it's gonna be hard for me to be somewhat, and I talk about being objective. It's gonna be tough for me, AG, to be objective, and I'm sure for you as well, because it's very disappointing. But I see Trev's move.
I was gonna say, can we sit here honestly and say
I see Trev's move?
Can we sit here and honestly say that, like, knowing Trev through our conversation, obviously you guys have more, but I've had a couple conversations, and throughout these last couple of years, AG, you too, you're in that boat as well. Like, Trev's hurting this morning. Like this, like, Trev doesn't enjoy this.
No,
it wasn't a money move. There was something truly behind the scenes. That's what I'm saying. Is that if you think that Trev's the happiest guy on the world, he probably is excited for a new opportunity, but both things can be true.
Exactly.
He knows exactly the perception of him now in Nebraska.
And you said it too, Nick, you know, like how he's been at every single event, and he's close with the coaches and shaking hands, and
that's what I'm saying.
Shaking hands with the fans. You don't turn that, and one day you just don't turn that off and be like, well, that was, you can't do that. It's not possible. And I know there's people that are, upset because they're like, how can you just up and leave us like that? Well,
I don't like the timing though, Raff. I don't like how it was done. I do not like how it was done.
But you got it. But you have to look at it too. It's like, how long was he fighting some sort? Maybe he was fighting some. You just until Trev speaks more on it, or till it's kind of like all hearsay. I know a lot of people are been super vicious, and I just am like, I hate that it happened, but it's like now I'm in like, okay, it's recovery mode. What is Nebraska going to do now? It's all like Trev Alberts, it's finished. So you almost like, you just got to let it go. Good luck, Texas A&M, whatever. But hey, now this is Nebraska time. It's time. Like Nick said, it's been 8 months with no president. It's time to lock in. I mean,
that's my thing.
It's go time. We've got to start getting some things set.
Now, how do you hire an AD?
AG, what do you think, man?
I mean, right now, I'll say everybody has to react to it, right? Everybody express their feelings. Everybody gives their opinions and what they like and don't like about this process. But one thing I know, and coming from my experience where I was once employed 15 years ago, the NFL, this is business.
Yep.
So this conversation has been going on a long time. This is nothing that he couldn't talk about, basically. It was stuff he couldn't mention to us in conversation, or anybody that was on the level in terms of in the athletic department, obviously. The question is, I know, like, for free agency, right, there's rules and guidelines that the team's got to abide by before they talk to a player or a coach. And I don't know if it's the same rules for ADs going to other schools during a time like when they're in the middle of semester or whatever. Obviously, it may not be. No guidelines or rules where you can say, hey, this school tampered with this AD at the improper time, or they didn't notify us first to say, hey, can we talk to Trev and anything like that? Because everything was done quietly, very, very quietly. And for me, hearing it, it's actually not a surprise, because I had some conversations with Trev just recently about my esports program, about how and who I could go to kind of help. And he said, I'm one of the guys, but it was a kind of a comment he mentioned right before we got done with the call. He said that between the athletic department and the school at Nebraska is no leadership. And I'm just like, I said, I understand that. And I said, when you hear that from somebody that's in a leadership position at my school, then I already know that's not a good thing. Right. Decisions like everybody's kind of just wandering around the offices, don't know what to do, don't know where to go, don't know who to talk to, don't know where sponsorship is at, don't know where to hire coaches. People don't have guidance. So when you don't have leadership at the very top, so if somebody's above Trev, which is the school president, which we don't have. I didn't know it had been that long that we had not hired a school president. So that right there, that boat is just circling in the ocean. And that boat is us, the University of Nebraska. And so without that leadership, then we're going to continue to circle and circle instead of going on a straight pattern and head towards land or to the next destination, which would be having a president and having an AD, and those two folks conversating on a daily so they know what the goals are for the university from the school side of it and from the academic and from the athletic side of it, because then you have solid ground to stand on. When you don't have that, you have what we have right now. We're here sitting here talking about it, and then you got people on staff. I've read articles from that was assistants to other directors in other departments that did not see this coming at all. And for the higher ups, I believe that they just didn't. They were hoping for the better, and in this situation, and this is where the hope is gone right now, because it's business. When it comes down to business of changing over people having an opportunity to go somewhere when they see somewhere where their ad is not looking good, and I'm pretty sure that's what Trev saw. He knew this was kind of not the place, because even though it was home, he was All-American and all that good stuff, but it hurts a little bit more when it's your place, and when you understand it and see it, then it's like, man, he made a decision, and and we see what this decision is right now.
Hey, you were spot on. I think in particular with the line you mentioned when you said the leadership, the last conversation you had with Trev just a few weeks ago, man. So we're going to talk a lot more about that. Go ahead, Nick.
Sorry, but that's such a fascinating with that comment, AG, because obviously Sip talked to him last week as well. Trev is so good at giving the people what they need to hear, saying what the people need to hear, right? And he brought it with this like calming sense and calming presence when talking to Husker fans, right? I think that over time, and people will bring up what he said back in November. Well, guess what? November was just, September, October. That was just 3 months into the presidential search. There was much higher expectations, I think, that this would not be dragged on for 7 months. So that's why I take the comments he said back in November with such a grain of salt, is because we were in a completely different time, right? And so with all that in mind, we started to see over the course of these last couple of weeks and months, both in private and public conversations, Trev airing his grievances a little bit, becoming more vocal, which isn't always a bad thing. But hey, here's the deal. Trev loves Nebraska. If you know anything about Trev Alberts, and just because he made this decision, I personally don't think changes that.
No.
At some point, people leave people. And there you have it.
Yeah.
I think it's as simple as that.
Yep. And that's what happened. I mean, I go back. I even said this to you yesterday. I go, can you imagine the conversation that Trev and Coach Osborne are having?
Oh man.
And and Coach Osborne spoke a little bit about it. It's like I'm sure Trev was torn over it, but it's just.
I also think Trev does everything with a purpose. And when we know, right, this has been talked about, early break talked about it quite a bit as well, that he had applied for other jobs, right, within like the CFP chairs and things like that, right?
I mean,
we know that's been the case. So purposeful, if you want to look at it selfishly, then Trev is doing this to add to his resume, right? Having the SEC athletic director title to your resume will certainly help you out. But I also think without a purpose being, he wouldn't have done this if it was simply just a lateral move.
No.
He wouldn't have done this if just to do it.
There's
and that's my point. It's
there's
like we can
everybody
said,
can,
like the timing of it.
crazy timing. I mean,
there's more, I'm sure.
You can be mad at Trev all you want, but I feel like being mad at Trev is a surface level discussion.
That's it.
Yeah. Folks, it is a rainy Thursday. AG, what you say about that?
No, I just said that part what Nick said. That's just emotion. That's emotion. And in business, emotion only lasts so long, and it will get you nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Folks, it's The Drive. We got AG in Houston, Raff and Nick and myself here at the mothership here at 11th. And we'll be right back. We got a lot more to discuss. Who's next? Who's in the athletic department right now? Who's next? Also, Terry Pettit, the former volleyball coach, had a very interesting take on the takes of yesterday with Trev Alberts departing to Texas A&M. We'll be right back, folks. It's The Drive, 937 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, March 14th, versus the Atlanta Vibe at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations. Guess what?
What?
There's 5 Lincoln locations now. Oh my gosh. That's 25% more Lincoln locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11th, located right alongside 93.7 The Ticket Studios, 1040 O Street.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that Potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Biggest question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done before school starts. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
It's getting nicer outside, but it's still hit or miss in the spring on golf weather. Not at Double Eagle Golf. You're home for always 72-degree weather and no wind. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues are underway, but stay tuned for info on indoor golf tournaments and book your bay for the Masters in April. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody. We are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday. Once again, a big congratulations to Bo Jackson on being elected to the Kansas City Royals Hall of Fame yesterday.
Yo.
Raff.
My man.
Hey, did you hear that, man?
Yeah, that's my man. Bo was one of the guys I grew up watching playing football and playing running back, and he definitely is about due for that. I thought he would obviously already be in. And so with him not being in and being in now is awesome.
That is a good day for Bo.
Yeah.
A good day for Bo. Uh-oh. We lose you.
AG just hung up on us. Wow. That's great.
Good day for Bo. I'm out.
Yeah. He's probably calling Bo right now. Congratulate him. Oh, man. That was like yesterday. Yeah, I was planning for the show, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, all that's done. But yeah, I had to congratulate Bo once again.
Yeah, we had to congratulate him again. Well, folks, again, we'll keep opening up with this in case you're just joining in and tuning in. And thank you for tuning in on this rainy Thursday morning. This was the letter the email. There we go. That Trev sent out. AG, we got you back, big bro? Little bro?
Yeah.
There we go.
I got back in here.
This was the email that Trev sent out yesterday evening to his staff. It goes, Husker staff, I'm writing to inform you that earlier today, I informed Interim President Kubarek that I am resigning my position as a director of athletics to accept the same role at Texas A&M. I'm very sorry for the timing and that I was not able to communicate these changes to you in person. Thank you so much for all that you have done to make Husker athletics special. I'm grateful for all that we have accomplished together and believe that because of you, Nebraska is well positioned for the evolving changes within our industry. Tough decisions will need to be made. I'm going to say that again. Tough decisions will need to be made. Unity of vision and high execution will be necessary. That right there, guys, is the part that stands out the most to me in this. He goes, again, tough decisions will need to be made. Unity of vision and high execution will be necessary. But I'm confident that leadership in Nebraska will rise to the occasion. Nebraska athletics is full of high character, hardworking and talented staff and coaches. It was an honor to get to partner with you to experience unprecedented success. Thank you again, Trev. Thoughts?
Well, I think honestly, guys, is once again going back to everything that Trev does, it has purpose. And how did he start the line about with Texas A&M? It was about the leadership. And so I think just overall, I would say don't read too much into it. A lot of that's probably just the athletic director leaving a job type of speak. But I think overall, you can gain more from what he mentioned and what he first said right with Texas A&M statement is about the leadership. President Welsh down there in College Station. Sure, Texas A&M has their own fires to be put out. Nebraska does as well. But I think that having somebody to put those fires out with you by your side plays a integral part in you being able to do your job successfully.
Yeah. And then you've got to also you've got to move on. Like you cannot, drag your feet. Like there's talk, of an interim athletic director. That's something I think that you want to make some sort of announcement, I would think, here in the next week, because you've got a lot of things going on right now.
You better make that decision.
You got
in a few
men's
days.
basketball, women's basketball. You got stuff going on. You need some representation. So I hope that they're in communication with somebody, at this time, you'd think today, in the next couple of days, to get somebody in, at least in that interim role, just so you keep everything, everybody on that same page.
Thunder Not Collins had a good point here. Good morning to you, brother. He says here, Trev is taking a pay cut and losing 2 years' salary, taking the TAMU job. He's not chasing a bag. He's proven a point. You make sacrifices for the things you love. Maybe this is the move that makes meaningful changes within the university. And Thunder Not Collins, I think you have a lot of great points in that, to where it wasn't a money grab. Again, we go back to the issue we talked about before. It's an issue of like, who is my boss? Who is my boss? Yeah. Nick, Raff, AG, if you didn't think about this, AG, if you didn't have an offensive coordinator or running backs coach, how does that bode for you?
Oh, man, it's tough work. I mean, it's really my position now, right? I'm the director of esports, and I only have one assistant right now. And that run assistant is really good because he is a former esports professional. So he has some experience in some areas, but I don't have a recruiting director. I do have social media, but some other areas I'm lacking, and it's just two of us pretty much doing the job. So I'm already living in that spot. So I know how it is. It's extra work for me and Coach Tan that's here on campus. And so if you're at a higher level, that means you got more responsibility and more hats to wear. If you don't have one person that is the president that does rule in terms of help and guidance, then you're overworking, because things that got to get done, usually not by you because it's done by the president, but you got to, make some effort. You got to make some change in some areas, but it only happens so fast when it's less than who should all be there as a full team.
AG, we like you mentioned, man, to not have leadership, there's no direction. And a quick thing on there, I don't think Trev is taking a pay cut, at all. I think he's actually going to make a little bit more at A&M, or maybe similar.
Yeah, very similar.
Very similar.
He was already top in the athletic director salaries in the Big Ten Conference. He was already top 10 nationally in athletic director salaries. That none of that changes.
It's just the contract length.
It's a shorter deal. It's 5 years instead of 8 years. I want to get to a couple of these texts just because I know it's important for people to air their grievances, right? And this is going to take a couple of days, right? And I would ask you guys, is there an athletic director specifically, and maybe we need to get into this in the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we definitely will
do that.
It's going to be more difficult, I think, than people realize for an athletic director, whoever they hire, to come in and move the needle a ton.
Yep.
Oh, I totally agree. Because
so many good things
there.
Because so many good things were happening.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you think about this, you guys. You think about, you got both your basketball teams most likely they'll both be an attorney. They're going to both be an attorney. You've got a surging baseball team. You've got a football coach that's only been here a year, which might I add, that said the only reason that I came is because of Trev Alberts and Ted Carter, both of which are gone. Ronnie Green retired. So all three of those figures are now gone. Okay. You have a wrestling team that just qualified 9 people.
Polar bear.
Yeah, 9 people. So we got a softball team. Obviously, we had some injuries and things like that, but Husker athletics as a whole is on the rise.
Yep.
You have an expansion project that who knows where that's at right now, Raff, Nick, and AG. We just don't know where that's at right now. Because without leadership, you don't have that North Star. We don't know where that North Star is because we don't have leadership right now.
That's a boats out in the sea,
Yeah,
floating around
that's
aimlessly.
exactly what it is. There's no lighthouse.
We need some direction.
Yes, there's no lighthouse right now. And that is something that is above Trev. And until we get that figured out, but to Nick's point, we do want to discuss that. We got history coming up, and we'll discuss the 9 o'clock hour. Read a lot of your texts. A lot of you come in and say what you want to say. I mean, feel free to unleash, but make sure we can read it on air too. Make sure we can read it on air because some of these we cannot read on air. But you're venting, and that's totally fine.
We'll send it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about atomic diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Ready to upgrade your combine in 2024? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help you find the right combine to fit your operations needs. Choose from 4.9% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver, followed by John Deere financial rates with approved credit through the end of March. When you purchase a pre-owned S or X Series combine from Landmark, know you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running. View our current inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, scattered showers likely throughout the day. It'll be breezy too, with an afternoon high around 50. Tonight, a slight chance of showers early, then mostly cloudy and a low around 36. And tomorrow, mostly sunny skies return. We'll see an afternoon high around 58. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, folks. Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the Chevrolet and GMC Truck Month is now underway. We've got huge savings in Louisville. Get $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months on select models. Yes, you heard right. That's $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months happening right now at Koppel. So take that short money saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit. Stock number G214773.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations. Guess what?
What?
There's 5 Lincoln locations now. Oh my gosh. That's 25% more Lincoln locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11th, located right alongside 93.7 The Ticket Studios, 1040 O Street.
Join us on Saturday, March 16th for Taylor Swift Night at the Icebox. We'll be jamming to the best hits from Travis Kelce's Girlfriend all night, and you can be part of the fun too. The first 500 fans in attendance will receive a friendship bracelet, while the first 200 fans will get a Stars Taylor Swift themed poster. Are you ready for it? Get your tickets now at LincolnStars.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Happy hour.
Gina Mancuso-Prasowski of the Omaha Supernovas. You've played professionally for a few years. How emotional was that first match?
When I graduated the University of Nebraska, I thought that was it. I'll never play in front of my hometown. And going overseas where no one knows you, so you feel that isolation. To play in front of my family and friends, it's a dream come true. That first time I got on the court at the beginning of our season and the crowd erupted, I mean, it took everything in me not to expose my emotion.
Weekdays from 1 to 2.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, March 14th versus the Atlanta Vibe at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday, March 21st and 22nd at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and O.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by the original Super Glue. Stop by your local participating Westlake Ace Hardware locations for your $10 savings coupon. Restrictions may apply. See store for details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena March 29th and 30th.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It's a rainy Thursday in Lincoln, Nebraska, but it's always a good time for some history. What do you got, AD? You got a history today?
Yeah, but I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, I get to go first?
Yes,
all right.
indeed,
okay. All right.
Yes, indeed. And AG, if you got some, you go next as well, brother.
On this day,
All right, sounds good.
in 1954, Milwaukee Braves future home run king Hank Aaron homers in his debut exhibition game against the Boston Red Sox. So it wasn't an official home run in the record books, but that was his first home run in a major league uniform. So that's where it all started for Hammer and Hank.
Hey, G, what you got, homie?
A little bit of history in terms of esports. And the year 2019, in March, the Dota 2 esports championships took place. And to history, Dota is a game that has the biggest prize pool in all of esports history. And I think their prize pool that year in 2014 was somewhere around $46 million for the prize. So if you got first place, you probably got half that, because the $46 million was spread among all the top 10 teams that finished in that tournament. Yeah, and that was 2015, so about 9 years ago.
9 years.
And so esports is not going anywhere. So video games is not going anywhere. So there you go.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
Get that real bag right there.
That's right.
For real.
Well, in Husker history in 2009, Joe Gans and other players hoped to get the NFL scouts' attention on Pro Day. Joe Gans.
Wow.
JG was throwing the pill from Nebraska. Nick, you were what, 7 years old?
I would have been 8. I firmly remember Joe Gans, though. We had a dinner. So, fun fact: there was an endowment dinner that I attend, or my family attended, and the special guest in 2009 was Joe Gans. And so I firmly remember Joe Gans and that whole crew of Nate Swift, Todd Peterson, and all those people.
Where's TP from, Raff?
Grand Island, Nebraska.
Grand Island, Nebraska.
Here's a question. Speaking of Joe Gans, trivia for you guys. Okay. Where is Joe Gans currently coaching? Just got a new job. Just got a new job. He was the quarterbacks coach at Northern Iowa.
Correct.
He was going to make a return to Lincoln this year, but over this last offseason, he has gotten a new job.
Is he at Bo's old school?
He is not.
I can give you a hint.
Where?
That probably wouldn't help any either.
Give me a hint.
I can give you. I'll give you the state.
Well, no.
That state too easy.
I'll tell you the city.
Oh yeah,
Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
He's coaching for Coach Derek Mason
at Middle Tennessee State. He is the tight ends coach at Middle Tennessee State University.
Good for Joe.
Joe Gans, tight ends coach. After putting in the work at UNI.
He had some stops, man.
Yeah.
He had some stops.
Yeah.
So that is Husker history. Go ahead, AG.
No, I was just saying a lot of people get started at UNI. It's a small school, so you kind of get in there, get your feet wet, and then once you get to the certain years under your belt, you start to move up and move on from there.
I think Scott Frost actually was there for a couple years.
Yeah.
He was. Well, folks, I tell you what, at this next hour, we're just going to hear from you. We're going to read texts. We can't. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, unfortunately, we can't take phone calls.
We can't take phone calls.
Yeah. We're not going to kick AG off of his own show.
Yeah.
So we can't take phone calls, but as long as your text is appropriate to read on air, no matter what it is,
we're going to read it.
Go.
And we got 2 birthdays today.
What you got?
Who we got?
Steph Curry, 36 years old.
Steph is 36.
36. Steph Curry. Steph Curry.
Sound like stuff.
Chef Curry. Chef Curry. And then 27 years old today, the best gymnastics that I probably have ever seen, Simone Biles, 27.
She's 27?
Yep, and she's going again for the Olympics. So watch her this summer in France with Peyton Manning and Mike Tirico.
There you go.
The sheriff.
Take us a break, Raffy.
All right, we're going to throw it to break. Just the drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too.
Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations. Guess what?
What?
There's 5 Lincoln locations now. Oh my gosh. That's 25% more Lincoln locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11th, located right alongside 93.7 The Ticket Studios, 1040 O Street.
Join us on Saturday, March 16th for Taylor Swift Night at the Icebox. We'll be jamming to the best hits from Travis Kelce's Girlfriend all night, and you can be part of the fun too. The first 500 fans in attendance will receive a friendship bracelet, while the first 200 fans will get a Stars Taylor Swift themed poster. Are you ready for it? Get your tickets now at lincolnstars.com.
This is Monster Jam. Witness Big Air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by the Original Super Glue. Stop by your local participating Westlake Ace Hardware locations for your $10 savings coupon. Restrictions may apply. See store for details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena March 29th and 30th.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
When you teach your children how to set and reach goals, you'll do more than just help them succeed in school. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. Motivation and goal setting build confidence and instill a drive that will benefit children their entire lives. It will also help them become more positive thinkers. Working together, parents and teachers are a powerful team for student success.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Old School with DP and J.
Do you think it's too early to talk about Patrick Mahomes as the greatest of all time? You know, to be honest with you, I think he might be on ahead of the pace. It was definitely on pace, maybe ahead of the pace. I think right now everything that he does is going to get overblown, and I think people so quickly forgot the 20-year run of the Patriots. Not 5-6 years, 20-year run of Tom Brady and the Patriots.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Go hog wild, pit barbecue.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at gohogwild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Be a memory for your grandchildren. Among Nebraska adults age 65 or older, 47% report current alcohol use. Drinking too much can cause harm to children, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, you will still be around for your grandchildren. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Browns carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through March 17th, prepare for St. Patrick's Day with great options like corned beef brisket point cuts for $3.99 per pound and 6 packs of Guinness for just $4.88 when you buy at least $5.01 in fresh meat. And for ticket listeners only, get USDA Choice Eye of Round roast for $3.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Shopping Square Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Attention all Nebraska basketball fans. The NCAA tournament is coming soon, and Nebraska looks to be on its way to their first appearance in 10 years. Better Tree Removal wants to celebrate the occasion and any possible success in the tournament by offering a deal. If you're in need of tree removal on your property, call or text Todd by March 20th. If Nebraska wins the first round game, you'll get 25% off the bid. If they win 2, you'll get 50% off. You must contact Todd at 402-780-1377 before March 20th.
Welcome into the drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This second hour is proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned, and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more. So go to Doors Plus. Why do I mess up so much? I got to be better at this.
You're all right.
Go to where? What's the website?
Doors Plus.
Perfect.
LLC.com.
You got it.
There you go. Perfect.
You got it, man.
I'm going to be better.
Oh, you good, bro.
Thanks.
You good.
I appreciate you. Hey, AD, I'm a little upset with you this morning.
Why is that?
You never asked me how my poll has been going on Twitter.
How is your poll going on Twitter?
It is insane.
Tell the folks about your Twitter poll.
Okay, my Twitter poll, Chris Raff 7. That's my Twitter handle of X or whatever. If you want to follow me, feel free. I do follow back. No. So I put up last night, who would you welcome back to Nebraska first? Trev Alberts or Scott Frost? Scott Frost is winning right now. 56% to 44%.
It's just emotions right now. That's what it is. Emotions.
AG, elaborate.
I mean, okay, I get, like, everybody's just emotional right now. I mean, this is anybody in a situation where we just experienced something very crucial, obviously, to the university. But, I mean, I wanted Scott here too. But the stuff I was hearing and the stuff that was actually happening here where he was not doing his job as a coach, I'm okay with. You know what? It's a better day understanding what Trev had to make his decision and why he had to make the decision, because to have Scott come back, I think, I mean, this is a teammate. He had a good opportunity that he did not seize the proper way. And for him to come back over Trev, like I said, that's just emotion right now for people. Everything is just fresh. It's an open wound right now. And people, again, like I tell fans of the teams that I play for, hey, there's a business side of it. Don't get emotional about it, because business has no emotion. It's critical thinking and decision-making here. But now all that process is now to get redirected towards, I say, the leadership that it is there has to get redirected for hiring a president and then hiring an AD. I know somebody mentioned that in the chat. That is the process that has to start going right now.
All right, guys, buckle up here, because we have a statement from Governor Pillan.
Let's play the breaking news. It's breaking news, man.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let me. I got to find the breaking news sounder here. All right, I can't find it right now.
That's all right.
But anyway, so statement from Governor Pillan. He issues a call to action following AD Alberts' announced departure. He says this: Governor Jim Pillan has issued a statement regarding the departure of Nebraska Athletic Director Trev Alberts, as well as a call to action to the NU Board of Regents. His full statement is below. Quote, the University of Nebraska has existed as an institution for more than a century and a half. It is immeasurably bigger than any one person, but leadership matters, and the long-term success of our university depends immensely on having committed public servants as its leaders. I am deeply disappointed by Trev Alberts' decision to leave so soon after restating his commitment to Nebraska, and I don't fully understand or know his reasons why. I do know that the time for reflecting on the failures of the university of leadership which led to his decision must come later. Now is the time to act. This morning, I am issuing a call to action to the University of Nebraska Board of Regents. It has been 206 days since Ted Carter announced his departure as president. It is unacceptable that the university's elected leaders have failed during this time to appoint permanent leadership. It is imperative that they act urgently and decisively to end this uncertainty. Without any delay, they should support Interim President Chris Kaburik's efforts to immediately appoint a new permanent athletic director. So I know there's a lot of thoughts.
And it goes on to say the Regents have made no public comment since Albert's departure was announced Wednesday.
So here's what I will say is I know there's a lot of thoughts and personal feelings about everybody involved, including Governor Pillan right now. That's just the facts. Just to keep folks updated, take opinion out of everything that I just said. That is something that has now been released, a call to action from Governor Pillan.
Nick, AG, and Raff, the most poignant part of this statement, this morning, I am issuing a call to action. The University of Nebraska Board of Regents. It's been 206 days since Ted Carter announced his departure as president. It is unacceptable that the university's elected leaders have failed during this time to appoint permanent leadership. That is spot on.
Yeah. I mean, no resume has been coming in, or they just,
yeah.
I mean, what's going on there? I mean, you got the university, one of the biggest, entities in Nebraska, and you went this long without. I mean, it's strange to me. I think that'd be like priority number one, is to make sure that your chancellor and your president are in place.
Tater says, and boom goes the dynamite. Unknown texter 1261 says, bring in Saban.
You don't want to come here.
Yeah.
You don't want to come here.
That man's enjoying retirement golfing right now.
That's the first reason, what Nick just said. And the second reason, I'm pretty sure he knows enough people to say to him, don't go there.
Yeah.
Right now.
Miss Terry would be, no way. We're staying where we're at.
Right. Stay right here where you at, wherever you playing golf at right now, bro.
Thunder Not Calling says, dang, I hate being right. Thanks, Govey. Bijo. What's up, Bijo? What's up, brother? Good morning to you. The way Trev left is what bothers me. It's like he sneaked out in the last plane out of Lincoln. The timing is awful. I worry about the status of our coaches.
And I still go back to even he said that supporting interim president Chris Kaborik choice for an athletic director. I mean, it's got to be in line. You need things to mesh. Like right now, like I said it yesterday, you don't want to upset this apple cart with the football program and Coach Matt Rule. Say what you want. I know we're a volleyball school now and all that, but at the end of the day, Nebraska football is still probably number one. Mm-hmm. And the way the money's at, I mean, look at the Taj Mahal that they have down there. So you're definitely this is gonna have something. You want your new athletic director and your head coach to mesh, because I could see this going a whole different way. Like if they bring in somebody that doesn't mesh well with Rule, say Rule puts together a 9-win season, then all of a sudden, guess whose name's out on the coaches market again? It's like this needs to be put together. All the thinking heads need to sit down and together and make sure that this is that they hire someone that's going to work well with the president. When we get it's going to work well, because you don't, like we said, we're seeing an uptick in athletics in Nebraska. All of these programs are making strides. The men's, the basketball, the gymnastics. The football looks to things to be brightening for them. You don't want to ruin this by bringing somebody in that's just going to, shake everything up. It'll just set us back.
Raff, you are spot on. And I'm going to tell you something, man. Here is I've been thinking about this. I was thinking about this last night. And I think Rule's out of the country, actually. Coach Rule, we were talking.
He's
yesterday.
golfing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be curious on his statement with this. As I said before, the three guys, AG, that he came here. Now, Ahman, Green is gone. He retired. Ted Carter went to Ohio State. Trev is now gone. AG, I'm going to ask you, as a head coach that you came in under the conditions because of the strong leadership at the time, just a year ago, as a head coach, AG, what's your thoughts? If you were going to be a head coach, if you're in Rule's place, and obviously you can't speak for Rule, but I'm saying if you were in that position, what's your thoughts on it?
I right now, my train is rolling. It's left the station. So anything else that happens is something I'm aware of, but I got spring ball to get ready for. I got to see who's going to be my players for next year. I already know a few of them because they were returners from last year. So this is just kind of a side note for me and my coaching staff right now. If I'm in Coach Rule's office, because this obviously is a distraction, but it's not going to be a distraction to our spring ball, because we got to develop and keep the train moving towards getting this program we wanted to in football, period. That's where my mind is at. If I'm the head coach right now, this is a side note. I'll answer questions when spring ball starts up, but you know what? I'm focused on spring ball right now. Mm-hmm. That's not my, that's not my problem. My problem is making sure this football team is functioning the way it should be and getting ready for the next Big Ten season. That's where my mind is at right now.
And AG, I think that's what you have to do Raff, what's up,
Yep.
man? He goes, what was the cryptic tweet about yesterday? The one about listening before commenting. The one I tweeted yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because when I tweeted it, it was like we didn't know anything yet.
Yeah.
And
So
I
you
was
don't
like,
want to jump to conclusions.
Yeah, I didn't want to jump to any conclusions, not knowing. And quite honestly, Raff, and I'd appreciate you too, brother, or sister, whoever Raff may be, because we didn't know, because there were talks still going on with Trev late in the afternoon yesterday.
Yeah, Chris Kaborik, the interim president, even mentioned in his statement.
They were trying to convince him to stay.
There was, over the last 2 days, there's been multiple conversations. And I personally don't feel like there was probably a decision made up until yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday
So,
late.
It was.
And that's what when all was going on.
Yeah, that's why
all
it,
the
like, died
emotions,
down, right?
all the emotions of yesterday were so funny because it first came out stunned, and then all of a sudden there was no like denial from the University or Trev Alberts, and like, oh man, he's gone. But then it goes a little bit longer, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, maybe there's like a 12th hour meeting going on, maybe he's not, and then all of a sudden
It felt like it had died down.
Yeah.
Like that 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock hour. It kind of felt like stuff had died down, and you thought, okay, maybe there's a
maybe they're putting
change.
something together.
Yeah,
Yep.
maybe they found a way to kind of all work in unison again. That unity piece that Trev talks so much about. But ultimately, no. Okay, let's just rattle off rapid fire here. We have Aaron. The Regents need to speak up about all that happened and what led up to Trev and Carter leaving. I think it is kind of fascinating that here we are, still no statement, even just a little thing. I think that's from the Board of Regents. Yeah. I think that's pretty interesting to take into account, right? Even something of, we're disappointed in Trev's leadership. We're going to work hard to find the next replacement, in addition to a president, right? I think that's kind of something surprising.
Well, Nick, what I think is surprising, Raff and AG and Nick, the governor came out and spoke before the Board of Regents.
That's what. That's not a great look.
No, it's
not a great, especially
it was a whipping.
Now, especially not to get political. When I think there's like 3 or 4 of them that are up for re-election this year.
Yes. Yeah, November.
So there's a lot at stake here. Okay, here we go. We have Nebraska has shrunk nationally. It is no longer a destination job. It's just a stepping stone school now. The turmoil that has surrounded the school for too many decades. Maddie's dad says this: does an AD departure measure on any other school's Richter scale like it does for Nebraska? I think it does. I think it matters, obviously, everywhere you look. However, when it's one of your quote unquote own, I guess it probably stings a little bit more.
Yeah.
Also, when everybody involved is blindsided, I think, guys, truly nobody really saw this coming. Maybe you did. Maybe not at this specific moment in time. Heavy D says, I don't think you hire an AD until there's a new president. You don't want 2 people that don't gel.
I agree with that.
Like we've talked about so much.
That.
That will drip down to the coaches, and they could leave because they aren't getting the support needed by their administration. Somebody asked, in what order do you hire these pillars, or is there a specific order? I think part of it is who do you bring in as interim AD, right? Are they willing to have this job for 5 or 6 months here while you go out and figure out a new president, and then that president is able to do their due diligence and find a new AD? Because like this is going to be a process. This is going to be a process.
Yeah.
Well, my guy, Dan Dixon, appreciate you, brother. He go, Rule needs to control what he can control. And he goes, interesting, Pillan is blaming the Regents when he's equally to blame.
Hey, and like I said, after we read that statement, we all agreed. Us 4 all mentioned, hey, like we recognize there's probably some feelings about all those guys involved, right? Guys and gals involved. But that's the facts, and I think we probably got to stick. Stick to that
right now,
point.
it's like you can either sit here and continue to point fingers, or like AG said, the train's moving. You've got we can either sit here and try playing the blame game, or we get things together. We get the people together that need to be together. If the regions need to come together with the governor or whatever, so forth, chancellor, and the interim president, and get together and get the train rolling. I mean, it's time to go. You can't be sitting back. The more we point, you're not getting anything finished.
Scapers, good morning, Scaper. He goes, do we need an AD who just sits back and nods his head for 3 years? Is that all it takes? I'm available for those 3 years.
And I'm throwing it out here right now. If the regents and the president and the interim president and the chancellor and the governor want to come down to the mill here on 1040 O Street, we've got seating out here. They can meet today. Throwing it out there.
It's got to get handled. Folks, we're going to break. We'll be back. We got AG in H-Town. Houston, we got Raff and Nick and myself here at the mill. 93.7 a ticket. Mothership. We'll be right back.
Be a memory for your grandchildren. Among Nebraska adults age 65 or older, 47% report current alcohol use. Drinking too much can cause harm to children, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, you will still be around for your grandchildren. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through March 17th, prepare for St. Patrick's Day with great options like corned beef brisket point cuts for $3.99 per pound and 6 packs of Guinness for just $4.88 when you buy at least $5.01 in fresh meat. And for ticket listeners only, get USDA Choice Eye of Round Roast for $3.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Shopping Square Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Attention all Nebraska basketball fans. The NCAA tournament is coming soon, and Nebraska looks to be on its way to their first appearance in 10 years. Better Tree Removal wants to celebrate the occasion and any possible success in the tournament by offering a deal. If you're in need of tree removal on your property, call or text Todd by March 20th. If Nebraska wins the first round game, you'll get 25% off the bid. If they win 2, you'll get 50% off. You must contact Todd at 402-780-1377 before March 20th.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, folks. Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the Chevrolet and GMC Truck Month is now underway. We've got huge savings in Louisville. Get $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months on select models. Yes, you heard right. That's $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months happening right now at Koppel. So take that short money saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with proof credit. Stock number G214773.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Stop by TCA Outdoor Power on March 22nd and 23rd for an open house and customer appreciation celebration. TCA Outdoor Power is a locally owned business located at 6210 South 57th Street and prides itself on being Lincoln's only elite steel dealership for over 20 years. On March 22nd and 23rd, enjoy 10% off select steel products and up to $350 off on select battery battery tools. Also, if you buy 2 steel batteries, you can double your limited warranty. Give TCA Outdoor Power a call today at 402-420-9424 or visit them for their open house celebration, March 22nd and 23rd.
When you teach your children how to set and reach goals, you'll do more than just help them succeed in school. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. Motivation and goal setting build confidence and instill a drive that will benefit children their entire lives. It will also help them become more positive thinkers. Working together, parents and teachers are a powerful team for student success.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket. The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, March 14th versus the Atlanta Vibe at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody. We are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday. Getting close to wrapping up another show, but still have a little bit of time left. I must ask.
Flying on by.
I might as well ask you all right now. In a perfect world, who is the next athletic director at the University of Nebraska?
Bro, I have no idea. I really don't. I mean, there's a lot of names out there.
I'll rephrase it. Any ideas for interim and then permanent? Because I have two. I have in my ideal world.
Well,
ideal world.
My thought. Here's what we have on staff right now in administration. You have Marquita Armstead. You have Doug Ewald. Dr. Lawrence Chatters, my frat brother. You got Dennis LeBlanc. You got Jamie Vaughn, Keith Zimmer, Lindsey Chamberlain. That's who's currently there right now in administration.
Okay.
Who would you put as that interim, Nick?
I would put somebody that you can unify all the coaches, and that is Dennis LeBlanc.
Uh-oh. Recognize that name.
Yeah,
that's
almost family now.
Yep, it is. It is
family now.
But that's where I would go. I understand that he's on the academic side mostly, but he has an associate athletic director title. And he's a guy that's well respected by every single coach down there in that university. He is somebody that can unite everybody down there.
AG, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I agree with Nick. I mean, you and I both, we have dealt with Dennis for 30 years that we've known of him from a student to a student athlete, and now as professionals in our alliance of work. And I'm at the school with him, and I work with him. Obviously, through being a lecturer, I have football, baseball, soccer girls, soccer men playing, that are in my classes, and so he checks in just like he used to do when we were playing. It hasn't changed for him, and for him to still be going strong at the university, obviously he's grown into the fabric of the lining, and like what Nick said, can bring a lot of coaches together because he communicates with them already on a daily basis because of the players that are academically on campus. So that right there it'd be an easy one. But the question is, would he want to? Basically, that's the next question. Because even though the atmosphere is what it is, it's still up to that one person. And he probably, you don't want to put that pressure on them just because that we feel that should he be there, but it's got to be in his want as well. And that's whoever you ask to take the part is, do they want to be here and be responsible because they understand what is going on? This is cleanup. It's a lot of cleanup that has to go on within the upper echelons of the administration department for the University of Nebraska.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Raff, what's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I think Dennis LeBlanc. And then if you're looking outside, I think Dave Remington always comes up just as, he's got that soothing hand, for an interim.
He's done it before.
You might be able to twist his arm to leave the beaches for, a couple months. And then another one that I don't know why it just hit me, Jeff Greesh. I don't know why, but
explain to the listeners.
So Jeff Greesh, he works in the sports information department. He's been there. I'm guessing close to 25 years now. He's the women's color commentator with Matt Coatney on the Husker Sports Network. But I don't know, just something about Jeff Greesh that he's been around it for so long, and he's always, he has that calming presence, and that might be another guy that you might want to take a look at.
The Texas Casanova, good morning to you, brother. He goes, I never thought about this, but could Dr. Susan Elsa be our AD candidate? She was head of the Texas UIL, which is basically the athletic director of all Texas high school sports, boys and girls. I don't know. I really don't know, Texas Casanova. I think at this point, you guys, here's what I'm going to say on it. We got another break coming up here quick, our last segment. Yeah. I'm going to say this. Until you name a president, good luck. We can fill the interim in. That's fine. And obviously, I'm biased with Dennis LeBlanc, AG. I mean, my son just got engaged to his daughter on Saturday.
I get a free tour?
Yeah. I know.
Another thing about Dr. Susan Elza is if you want to keep, the smoothness between the football staff and the athletic directorship, that could be a possibility, but you'd have to see what her, like she's up here, dealing with the football. Is she one that wants to take over an entire program of all, 26 or whatever different sports? That's another thing. I mean, it's a different animal.
Well, and let's also be understanding here. She's been here 2 years, if that.
Not even that.
I think right now what you need the most of is somebody that has prior relationships with everybody in that department. Yeah. And you need to be able to form that. It takes time to build those. Yep. And so I think that's sometimes, working against some potential fill-ins. Permanent wise, I really like the idea of a youthful guy like Garth Glissman. He's currently the SEC associate SEC of commissioner for basketball.
Yeah, he was at the NBA for several years.
He left he was coaching earlier in his career at Parkview Christian. Yep. He's a former guy that's from the city of Lincoln. Used to coach at Parkview Christian, then left to that job that he was at to go work in the NBA front offices.
I think he's from Waverly, correct?
But maybe from Waverly.
Yep.
But either way, I mean, you want to talk about a diehard Nebraskan, it's Garth Glissman.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that, however, on the other side of it, fast riser. Yep. I mean, you're talking fast riser. Potential if Greg Sankey steps down, Garth Glissman may be the next SEC commissioner type of guy. Yeah. That's the type of potential athletic director you get in Garth Glissman. So I think there's some, obviously, do you want to hire a guy that's that fast of a riser? But I think there's some positives that come from that as well.
Played on the same arena football team as him 1 year.
There you go.
We got Tater says, I mean, why is no one bringing up the one and only Bill Bush? He can be AD and president. I don't think Coach Bush wants any parts of that. My coach.
Well, he said he'd still do the spill, or he'd still do early break if he's the athletic director. So,
John and Cortland,
and I'm associate athletic director. He is,
and Raff is.
That, so
then he must not be taking the job if you're going to be associate athletic
right when
director.
I try to be nice to you, Nick, you do stuff like that.
Well, I wasn't able to come in yesterday. I have to make up for it.
John and Cortland says Trev leaving before a president in place creates a real crap show. Athletic program is yet again in a place no one wants to be in. Dang uncomfortable. And you know what, John and Cortland, and I'll say it again, until there's a president, I don't know of any AD and I could be wrong, that wants to come in with no leadership. Again, you're getting on a boat not knowing who the captain is.
Yeah.
You're getting on a plane. Who's flying this thing?
I mean, we don't even have finalists or anything.
No.
We need some resumes in. So if you want to be president of the university, just send them down to the regents.
Yeah, you got to
update
get
your
a
resume.
president. We shall see, folks. We'll be right back with RGT. Get some thoughts from AG as well. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. Right back.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Thursday, March 14th versus the Atlanta Vibe at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pearson and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by the Original Super Glue. Stop by your local participating Westlake Ace Hardware locations for your $10 savings coupon. Restrictions may apply. See store for details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena March 29th and 30th.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular price athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Browns carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone back with the latest update from Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, your new car selection keeps getting better and better every month. Can you tell our listeners all about it?
You know, it sure is, Charlie. It's great that our customers can come in, pick out a new Honda, and drive away with it that day.
How many new Hondas do you have in stock?
Well, right now we have just about 100 in stock.
Hey, I hear you've won some very important awards in your service department. Tell us about them.
Well, the first one is we won the award for the first fixed award. So the cars are actually fixed on the very first time they're brought in. Second award is our Customer Service Experience Award. And then our third award is our Honda Express Service Elite. And we rank the best in quality and customer satisfaction.
Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
join us on Saturday, March 16th for Taylor Swift Night at the Icebox. We'll be jamming to the best hits from Travis Kelce's Girlfriend all night, and you can be part of the fun too. The first 500 fans in attendance will receive a friendship bracelet, while the first 200 fans will get a Stars Taylor Swift themed poster. Are you ready for it? Get your tickets now at LincolnStars.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Stop by TCA Outdoor Power on March 22nd and 23rd for an open house and customer appreciation celebration. TCA Outdoor Power is a locally owned business located at 6210 South 57th Street and prides itself on being Lincoln's only elite steel dealership for over 20 years. On March 22nd and 23rd, enjoy 10% off select steel products and up to $350 off on select battery tools. Also, if you buy 2 steel batteries, you can double your limited warranty. Give TCA Outdoor Power a call today at 402-420-9424 or visit them for their open house celebration, March 22nd and 23rd.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is proudly sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. All you have to do is visit florialsne.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. And I believe Bess is going to come and be a guest for us next week. So we will get to meet the famous Bess.
That's great. I love it. I love it. Fellas, AG, Raff, Nick, we got a problem. Houston doesn't have a problem. Lincoln, Nebraska has a problem at the university. And AG, how quick would you like to see an interim named as far as AD? How quick would you like to see it?
I mean, for me, it's no time limit. I'd rather have the process get done right, because then they find somebody even better than an interim, somebody to actually take the spot. But an interim would help, but no timing. I would rather it go through the processes, people research everybody, background check, and have the right person in there, and not just panic and take and listening to us talk. Right, this is our jobs, and they maybe hear us, maybe not. But don't let the outside white noise make you make a decision fast. So take time and make the correct decision. The caller here, 402-301-0069, even threw my name in there too. Hey, I wouldn't be mad. I would not mind having a conversation with the Board of Regents to come in, as well, because I understand what the type of leadership that needs to be in there and needs to clean up everything.
I vote AG.
I have no problem doing that.
I vote AG. But just not wait 8 months.
Yeah. I vote AG. AG, and this is all due seriousness. I would have no problems with you doing that with your experience in sports, etc. It needs to happen quick. Mike, I want to read Mike's, because Mike, we would love to have you on. As we mentioned, we can't have calls because we have AG calling in, because we wanted clarity. We didn't want the in and out, and it's crystal clear. AG and Mike, like I said, we're just going to read what you said. Pillan is the issue. Micromanaging the university, Randolph Green making it hard to hire pres, trying to out a DeSantis. Call sometime. I'm furious at Jim Pillan right now. And you know what, Mike? I mean, people have. I mean, Mike. Hey, you know what, bro? We're going to read which when it's appropriate, when we can. And Mike, yours was appropriate. We could read it. A. Ron says, good morning to A. Ron. He goes, if you're a candidate for president or athletic director, you better call Carter and Trev first to get the scoop. A. Ron said right there. Nick, what you got right there, brother?
Yeah, I just think I got some texts about Ed Stewart as well. Only thing I will say this about Ed Stewart as a potential AD is why hasn't it happened yet for Ed, right? Like, it makes you wonder. All right, so obviously he's been like associate Big 12, right? Involved there. He's now an associate or assistant at USC. Like,
he's an associate.
Yeah, like through all of it, why hasn't he been able to get the top dog job? I think that plays a factor into this, right? And so there's, this is just going off of curiosity and I guess you can call it speculation, but like, is there something more? You look at that stuff, right? Because when a guy like Ed Stewart, who's known as successful as he is, right, and has not history, but like good experience, like he does in some big offices, a lot of times you see guys with a move up, especially when they move jobs. And unfortunately, it's always been he's the second or third guy in line, not the top dog. Yeah. And he's been there long enough.
The thing, too, at the end of the day, though, the new AD has to mesh with the football coach, because we have seen what happens when an AD and a head football coach do not mesh well together. I mean, that at the end of the day, I mean, you've got to have, I mean, I'm sorry, but you got to have Coach Rule in that room, help and select a new AD. That's end all be all for me.
Yeah. Raff, you're spot on. I'm just looking out the window right now, just listening to you, Raff, and you couldn't be more spot on what you just said right there, because here's the reality, y'all. And AG, you brought this point up earlier. If I'm Rule, I'm thinking that, like you said, that ship has already sailed. I'm thinking, hey, the only thing I'm thinking about is March 24th.
Yep.
You got to compartmentalize a lot, and just simply saying, you know what? Because he's got 100 plus guys.
Yep.
He's got to steer. He's got to steer towards a direction, a goal, a destination that they're aiming for.
Yep. And we need him focused on that, not focused on battling the administration on who the athletic director is going to be.
Hence why you better do it right.
Yep. Exactly.
Hence why you better do it right. And AG, as I'm looking out the window, I'm just gazing out as you were talking, as Raff was talking, as Nick was talking. I'm like, it's stunning to me that we are here yet again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's stunning that we are here yet again.
It just happened so abruptly.
We've been here for the last 25 years.
It just happened so quick, right? Like, it gives you an opportunity if the writing was on the wall publicly, that, hey, you know what, something could be coming down the road. But it just happened so quick. It was released at 8:55 a.m. was the tweet from the Houston Chronicle, and at 4:50 p.m. it was a done deal. It just happened so quick, and so sometimes ripping the band-aid off is a positive. Other times, when an abrupt decision is made or an abrupt story is broken, then the band-aid ripping off is not such a great thing, because you then just rush to. The first thought is that Trev hates this university. Trev is a traitor. Trev lied to everybody. There's so much behind the scenes that maybe people don't realize. And also, people are getting mad at like the media for not reporting it.
We didn't know.
Here's the deal. Everybody was blindsided. Also, like
I was.
Also, at the end of the day, like
we didn't know.
Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, there's always going to be speculation, but the difference between a reporter and a trustworthy reporter, is the ability to report facts. Everybody in the Nebraska media market is working to become that trustworthy reporter. And so you're not just going to see people just tweet out, oh, you know what, this regent, that regent, that leader, the lack of leader, right? You're not just going to see that just randomly tweeted out by somebody that, once again, is working and has worked their entire professional career to be viewed as a professional and trustworthy reporter.
Here's what I'll say before we get to the RGT. The news was brought up abruptly. This decision and this process has been going on for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to clear that up. there were obviously talks going on. It just hit the media.
Yeah, and there has
yesterday.
been, right?
Yeah.
Like with other jobs that he's been just more public about, right? Like we know that he's and when you're doing a good job, like you're gonna attract other jobs.
Correct.
When you're doing a positive job in your current space, there are going to be other people calling. And that doesn't mean Nebraska's a stepping stone. That just means Nebraska has to be tight-knit and stable than ever before at the top, working their way all the way down to keep people in their place and to keep the right people in charge. And ultimately, at the end of the day, while Nebraska was in a pretty good spot with Trev Alberts as the athletic director, they didn't have the leadership from top to bottom in place and stable enough to keep one of their guys. That's just the end of that's the end all be all truth.
Raffy, RGT.
Today's RGT. All right. Today's RGT, I'm sticking with pretty much my topic from yesterday. It goes out to the ALS in the Heartland. I just want to remind everybody on Sunday, March 17th, the Eagles Club, 1:30 to 6:30, 500 West Industrial Lake Drive. They're having a benefit for Kim Donlinger, who is battling ALS right now. I kind of was looking at her profile yesterday. She's been everywhere, teaching dance throughout the city, guitars and Cadillacs, out at the Grove. She's been, everywhere around Lincoln, just been such an important person teaching people dance for several years in Lincoln. So if you have a chance, if you can get out to the Eagles Club between 1:30 and 6:30 for her benefit on Sunday, that'd be awesome. And they'll have a band, Waco City Band will be there. So come on by.
Love it, Raff. Love it. Lady Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska. Full-time, part-time days, evenings, and weekends help ensure a meaningful life for the people you support and help them to achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. Folks, the reality is this. I think it's fitting. Focus on the outcome, not the obstacles. And I think that's fitting for where Nebraska's at right now. Focus on the outcome, not the obstacles. There's a lot of obstacles in our lives, the universities right now. Focus on the outcome. What is your end goal? Focus on that, not the obstacles. And it's not being blind to the obstacles, but what is your outcome? That's the thing to focus on. AG, any parting words, my man?
No, I mean, I'll echo what you just said because, like I said, it's a business thing. A lot of emotions are high. I saw somebody said something about, a comment about the last 20 years in the text group chat. And, yeah, it's been like that. So, yeah, it's the thing where everybody's emotionally high right now. And so now and that's why we have people that make other decisions because you can't be emotional making big business decisions to basically guide a university in the right direction. So take your time picking a president, take the time to find that next AD, because if it was rushed previous times, you got to learn from that lesson.
Absolutely. Spot on, AG.
There you go. We got about 50 seconds left, guys.
Home, Raff.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. It's a little rainy out. It's going to brighten up. It always brightens up in Nebraska. Remember, be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.